Hey everyone, and welcome to the setup for the Latent Heat Lab. Latent heat is defined as the energy needed to cause a phase change to occur. As we know, when we add energy to a substance, the molecules move faster and faster and faster, and this causes the temperature to rise. But with the energy going into a phase change, we don't see a temperature change. So let me show you the setup here. For the lab, you're going to need about a half full 1,000 milliliter beaker of ice. We're going to we have this temperature probe holder. We have our probe here. And notice that I have it taped to the lab counter and taped again and then down to the computer. This is really important because otherwise we could, with the Bunsen burner here, we could actually melt the wiring if it hangs down too close to the flame. So we also have a computer set up, and we see the temperature right here. So easy to turn on to light up the propane. We've done this before, the Bunsen burner. Pull it off to the side, turn on our gas, take our striker and hold it like this towards me. And then I'm gonna push my thumb this way and towards me at the same time. And you can see that's going to create a spark. The gas is turned on, that would light up. Notice this is gas off, that is gas on. Also gas off. All right, when you're not using the striker, it should be put underneath the hosing here. So once you get your flame going, put it under here, and every minute you're going to measure the temperature change. So every minute, you're going to record the temperature here into your data table. And I'm going to show you how to create a data table. The ice should melt. The water should start heating. The water should boil. When the water boils after about 2 minutes, that's when you want to stop. All right, let me show you the graph you're going to be making and also your data table. This is what I recommend for a data table. You want your time starting at time 0, and then underneath that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down until eventually the water's been boiling for 2 minutes. And then the second column is temperature in Celsius, which you'll be recording. Now, the graph. Ideally, when you start graphing your data, when we start melting the ice, we're gonna see latent heat. So we're gonna see very little change in temperature. There'll be a little bit because there's gaps between the ice and stuff like that. And then once all the ice melts, we start heating the water, and we should see the temperature start to rise. The energy from the Bunsen burner is causing the water temperature to raise. Once that water starts boiling, then we should see it leveling off again. So right here and right here is latent, we're seeing latent heat, and your graph should look similar to this. Ideally, we would have it also increase after here, but we're not gonna see that because this would be when we're measuring the water vapor, but we don't have the ability to do that. Notice I have time in minutes across the bottom, temperature, Celsius along that axis. Pretty straightforward lab. There is a safety risk here, so make sure in your safety plan you put that you'll be wearing goggles, because if we're heating this up too quickly, we could break that glass, it could shatter. So we must wear safety goggles. Also, the other big thing is the striker. I don't want to hear anybody playing with the striker. When it's not being used, it should be under the hose for the Bunsen burner. Just like that. All right, that's it. Hopefully this information is helpful.